Hey, it's Kevin. Welcome back to another No BS social media chat. Now, I know we're not talking about you this week. We're talking about somebody you know. We're talking about a friend. We're giving you the advice to give to another friend. Wink, wink. It could be about you. And it's about the begging and pleading that comes along with social media. And boy, again, probably going back to some of our earlier episodes, we talked about understanding the metrics, understanding how much you can ask people to do things on your behalf, how much you can, well, in some eyes, beg and plead for something. Hey, I need you to do this for me. Hey, go vote for this. Hey, go shop this. Hey, go do this. Hey, go click this link. Beg, 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 ask, ask, ask. It's something I've noticed recently that is getting more and more rampant with social media. It's almost like people have their needs and want their needs met, but aren't willing to meet anybody else's needs. Go back, and probably in the earlier episodes, you're going to have to scroll through the logs for this, and it may have been listed as the rule of thirds. I always say you can only beg, or you can only talk about yourself, you can only ask people to do things on your behalf 1/3 of the time. The rest of the time you're talking about things that interest you. The other third of the time you're talking about, well, you're just sharing things. Whether it's a link, like the other day I shared a link about, and this was now a couple weeks ago it happened, but I remember sharing it because I was actually watching the DVR the other night, when ESPNU, the video channel, the TV channel, became ESPN Ocho, the Ocho for one day only, kind of as a parody back to dodgeball. And it was one of those, I saw the link in early August, so what did I do? I threw it up there and just shared it with people, because I knew there were some crazy people like me who would DVR the whole day and watch it and just laugh hysterically and appreciate what they were doing and appreciate what ESPN was trying to accomplish. You know, it's kind of funny. You can do things for people that aren't really even helping you, but it kind of helps define people as to who they are. By sharing ESPN the Ocho, I kind of shared with people that I do have a sense of humor. Maybe I like sports, maybe I like, well, quirky and ironic and interesting and sarcastic things, and by that link it kind of says that. And the more kinds of links like that, the more somewhat comedic links I share, the more it explains about me and the more social I'm becoming. There are other people who may be interested. Recently, the Chicago Cubs, my lifelong baseball team, gave a World Series ring to the famed Bartman guy who ruined it for him back in, what, '06, '05? I blocked out the year. It's been a long time now. But they gave him a World Series ring to say, hey, we're sorry for what the fans of Chicago, what the world put you through. And I shared that with just a comment of wow, and then had 5 other of my friends share it, and then was interacting with people, friends of mine from Chicago, friends of mine from all the area, who I didn't know were Cub fans, but we all shared one thing. We all shared our feelings about Steve Bartman and how he, well, affected our lives as fans of the game. Some were happy, some were upset, but it, again, allowed me to engage with people and, again, share that love of the Chicago Cubs. No begging involved. Every now and again, I'll go out and say, hey, I need you to do this. I need you to go watch this video for an artist. I need you to click on this link. Hey, would you go buy this single? There are lots of different things I do. That's my begging part of the rule of thirds. But I've noticed more and more where I've got some social media accounts, I've got some recording artists I follow where it's literally every day, 10 times a day. I need you to go watch this video. I need you to go buy this on iTunes. I need you to go check out this link. And it's like, stop. I need you to enjoy this show. I need you to... That's part of the reason people have social media fatigue. All the bitterness and anger that's going on social media is part of it as well. But I think people are tired about being begged and pleaded and prodded, yet we all have a need. We're all wanting something in life. Me is what social media has become. And yes, there is a part of that narcissism there, but more importantly, it's about the social, the communal, the sharing, the give and take, the back and forth, the building connections with people. Call me a Pollyanna, if you will. I'm a dreamer, I'll admit it. But that's why I left radio to go into social media, because I believed in the power of what it could do and the good it could provide the world, the way it could connect all of us. Yeah, it hasn't quite turned out that way over the course of the last decade plus. But look at what you're doing, or better yet, truly tell a friend. If you see them being a little bit too needy, it's a tough discussion to have with somebody. To say, hey, man, stop it with the social media. You're just begging. You're coming across as begging. I'll have friends who will just say to me, because they know I'm honest, and I won't necessarily call them out on social media. It's like, hey, man, have you been following what I've been doing lately? Yeah. Do I sound needy? No, everything's good. Again, I use the rule of thirds, or even less begging, less than 1/3 of the time. Tell you what, if you get down that begging down to 1/4 of the time, even better. Yeah, the more you share about your life without asking for anything in return, the more you share things that interest you online, the more you share things that you see from friends, the more you share of others, then you can talk about yourself. Again, this isn't for you. This is for a friend. Just some good advice. Back next week, another No BS social media chat. NoBSSocial.com, the website where you can go back and find those old episodes, where you can find every episode of this No BS chat. You can also find us on Facebook, also find us on YouTube. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, we're going to be here again next week. Just kind of bookmark it, subscribe if you will. Same thing with Facebook. Again, wherever you find us, you can look again next week. We'll have another No BS social media chat. In person, by email, you want to chat, you want to talk, you want to go back and forth, don't want to worry about this interpersonal video, my phone number, email address coming up here at the end of the video. Thanks.